Hey guys, it's Donna with Northstar Tarot. I'm here to say thank you. Um, yeah, I can't wait to see you guys and talk to you guys. Hi guys. Yeah, we made 1,000, so I'm here to party tonight. I'm here to stick around, maybe do a few readings, maybe not. Um, yeah, we're just going to have some fun, okay? I hope everybody shows up. I can't wait for the moderators to come on. I'm so happy, you guys, and I couldn't have done it without you guys. So this is fantastic. Thank you. Um, so yeah, so I will have some giveaways. I'm going to have a couple of giveaways for you, definitely. Just try, I think they're down here. So it just depends on what you guys want. And I've got a couple of decks. So I've got a couple of decks. This is a big deal for me, okay? And I got a couple of journals and a workbook, all to do with tarot and oracle cards. Yeah, so anyway, hope oh, you absolutely did, Anastasia. Thank you. So freaking happy. You guys, exactly, Aqua. I need to come clean about that. I need to talk to you guys about that time too, because I had a channel before Anastasia and or anybody that wasn't here, and I had to close it. I had a bit of a breakdown and I closed my channel and I deleted everything. And so yeah, so I had to restart from the beginning, and that's what you got to do, right? So don't let anybody tell you that it's not possible to do something that you didn't think you were possible of doing. I didn't think it was possible for me to do this, again. And it absolutely is, right? So it certainly is possible. Okay, so I'm just going to tell you a little bit about my YouTube journey. Not my tarot journey, because there is a video about that, but my YouTube journey, you know. Um, so basically, I started this a couple years ago, right? So 2.5 years ago, started YouTube, doing really well, doing readings. I had no idea what I was doing. We got to 1,000 subscribers, and along the way, I had some emotional issues. And so shortly after hitting 1,000, I had a breakdown, and I had to go offline. And I wasn't strong, and I wasn't looking after myself. And so I had to go offline, and I did. And then I just got kind of manic, and I just deleted everything. And I deleted everything about my business, and I just went kind of crazy. And it took me a while to get back on my feet. But the October before last, I came back, and I had help, and I got on my feet, and I got the support I needed, and I came back, and we've done it again. And I am so proud of everybody, and I am just so thankful, and grateful. So yeah, it was quite the ordeal, but you know what? No matter what any of you are going through, just know that you can get through it, okay? And it doesn't even matter how old you are. I'm 63, and here I am, a YouTuber. Who would have thought? I didn't even have computers growing up, let alone YouTube. So yeah, this is freaking amazing. Yeah, it's thank you, Kay and Fatine. This is just so wonderful. So yeah, so I'm not sure how to do these draws, you know. I think I'm going to go with picking numbers and then just do a number kind of thing. Where I do the org.com numbers org.com, and they will pick a number for me. So, but I'll need your help to do all that too, guys. So I'm just lighting a candle here. Seems a bit dark. There we go. Oh, so thank you guys. This is so fun. Right, Mr. Maurice? I hear you. Yeah, you know, it's never too late, right? I mean, I always known I love tarot but I never really knew how to implement it in my life. And I always had that imposter syndrome, right? They talk about, right? Not being good enough. Someone's going to find out I'm not good enough to do this, right? But man, it's so exciting. So let's do a draw since we're not too far into it. So there's not that many people here, right? So somebody, exactly, Aquileo. So yeah, so let's see, figure out who could count how many people are in here for me. Just a rough idea. You don't have to be perfect about it. Who would do that for me, please? 12 people, Breezy? You're good. Okay, so it'll be, let's make it out of 20, okay? So I'm going to write down a number, and you guys are gonna pick a number. So let's say I'm gonna write down, okay, and the first person to get that number is it. Let's do it that way. Okay, so there's 13 on the screen. Geez, you're so smart. Okay, so it's a number from 1 to 20. Okay, so oh my God. Okay, so let's just see. Okay, Krishna, you have won. So Krishna, it was number 7, guys. She was the first one that guessed number 7. So that's Krishna. Now, Krishna, do you have a preference of a deck of I have a tarot deck. I have 2 oracle decks. I have a journal, a oracle card journal, or a tarot workbook. What would you like, my dear? Your choice. That was too easy. So your choice, mate. You can have any of those. Okay, while you're deciding, thanks, guys. Okay, I got this book last month or last month. A tarot deck? Okay, Krishna. The tarot deck I have, it's still sealed. It is the Transient Light Tarot. Okay. And it says, inspired by the beauty of transience, this powerful tarot invites you to embrace the spirit of growth and celebrate our limitless collective connection. By tuning into the magic of the cards, you'll discover your own wisdom and opportunities for healing, reflection, and authenticity. Sound good? This is for Krishna. Okay, Krishna, you have to email me your address, okay? But what did I do with that? 7, and I'm just going to put this on your name. So that is the Transient Light Tarot. Okay, that's yours, Krishna. Transient Light Tarot. Okay, so I'm going to have all my stickers here and I'll just put them on my other computer and then I'll. Okay, so that one is Krishna's. Okay, Mr. Maurice, what is a tarot work? Okay, I'll show you. This is a workbook. It's called the Open-Minded Tarot Workbook. Okay, it's by Kate Ross. And basically, what it is she takes you through. How do I explain it to you? She takes you through all the major arcana here, like all the tarot, right? So all the major arcana, the minor arcana, and there's exercises you do. So there's like aces, the situations, and the combinations. And you do these little exercises all through the book. Okay, now this is one exercise. Hi, TD. Thank you, my dear. This one says, like an example, okay, so which cards correspond to the following? Foolishness. Now, if you were to take a tarot deck, which card do you think corresponds to the word foolishness? Which card would you assign to that? Which card would you assign to truth? Which card would you assign to gossip? Which card would you assign to creativity? So all kinds of stuff, right? And then it goes on where you write what you think the Nine of Wands, or say the Nine of Wands with the Eight of Wands. What does that combination mean to you? So it's just a really good workbook to working out different things about tarot. It gives you different scenarios, and then you figure out which cards are involved, okay? It's just a really good little thing. I think it's really wonderful. And I think it just has, it really gets you thinking about tarot and what it means and all that stuff. Okay, it does have answers in the back, but I do believe that there's more than one answer for a lot of them. So you don't have to go, you don't have to do exactly what that says. Okay. So TD, we are celebrating, my dear. So we just gave away a deck of cards. And yes, please do like the stream because that will matter too, okay? And this is an Oracle card journal. These are just some of the things I'm giving away, okay, tonight for our 1,000. So this is why you journal, different things like that, all about, about the cards, what you'll find here. Set yourself up for success, consider what you need, stuff like that, right? Understanding the universe, understanding yourself, awakening to your inner magic, background on oracle and divination, and how to choose an oracle deck, why oracle cards. What else is in here? The many magical functions of your oracle cards, intentions, the journal process. And then you start answering questions. So here you start answering, there's some questions that, there, and you answer them here on this page. And then you journal here. So it has a space to put, this side, the card you pulled. Okay, so the date, location, the card you pulled, your first impression, and then what the card means to you. And then what is being revealed today for your highest good. So what is being revealed today for your highest good there with that card. So yeah, it's really, really cool. Okay, so that is the Oracle journal. So we're going to have the Tarot Workbook and Oracle Journal. This is just a guided journal. I just think they're just so wonderful. Okay. So this is just a guided journal. One side, this says burn off the fog. Sometimes you need a little help burning off the brain fog in the morning. And this visualization exercise is just the thing. Get into your favorite meditation position and take a few energizing breaths. Picture a thick gray fog all around you. Straight ahead, you see light coming over the horizon. Vibrant shades of pink and yellow begin to burn the fog away. As the gorgeous golden sapphire of the sun rises, the fog disappears, revealing a lush, beautiful landscape. Draw your landscape here. Fill the space with color and texture. Don't worry about getting it to look perfect. Just make sure it feels right to do. So you could either draw it, or you could definitely cut out something out of a magazine. So yeah. So that's that. Um, Hey, I don't know if I'm doing readings, my dear. I think what I was going to do is just do like a one reading for everybody. You know what I mean? Like for one person, just do like a 3 card reading for them, right? Or a 4 card reading or something. This is not your regular live, okay, my dear? And then we have this oracle deck here. It's called Postcards from Spirit by Colette Baron Reed. And the Spellcaster's Oracle deck is left. So those are our ones that are left for tonight. It's okay, Kay. I can send it back to you. So no big deal. Okay, my dear. You're welcome to donate to support the channel anytime. Okay. So I just wanted to show you guys. I've been reading this. If you follow Kelly Ann Maddox on YouTube, she's a witch tarot reader. She's been on YouTube for a very long time. I really, really like her. I just think she's had mental health issues. She's just real. She's young. She's honest. Anyway, she wrote this book. It's called Rebel Witch. And it absolutely, Krishna, it's all about, um, it's just all about becoming your own self, becoming authentic to your practice, whatever you want to do, right? So I'm really enjoying the book, and I just wanted to make you guys aware. It's really good. I'll post it below. I'll post everything below after. Okay, so you guys can access all that stuff. So what do you want to talk about? What do you want to know? Do you have any questions for me? Do you want to know something about tarot? Do you want to know something about me, about my family? Anything you want. This is for you. I know, right, Vicki? So I did say earlier what happened last time. I hadn't told you guys before, but I did say what happened at our previous 1000. Basically, you can scroll back and listen, but basically, I had a mental breakdown and I had to close everything. And I just kind of went crazy and just deleted everything too. So I should have just closed it, but I didn't. I deleted everything. Had to get some help and really had to get back on my feet. And I'm here. Okay. So that's my story. Okay. You have a question. Perfect. Okay. There is a couple questions. Maybe just put question marks before and after, and then I'll know. Okay, guys? I don't mean personal questions, guys. Okay. What is the hardest part about being a tarot reader? You know what? That's a really good question, Kay. I think the hardest part is, delivering the stuff that people, that's going to disappoint them. They don't really want to hear it, but you also know they need to. I believe that tarot tells us stuff that you don't always want to hear, but that you need to hear. So it's like, that you are the problem in the relationship, that you're sabotaging, if you're talking about relationships, that you need to clean up your side of the sidewalk, right? That's really hard to tell people, if there's something going on health-wise, if there's something going on, that is going to be upsetting for them, that they've been waiting for. They're looking for this job, and you can see the chances of them getting it is pretty low. So, I try to deliver the messages as kind as I can, but you still need to deliver the messages, right? So I try to be on point. So yeah, but that is the hardest part about being a tarot reader. Um, anybody can learn the cards, anybody can do it. Anybody can read tarot, anybody can, use oracle cards, whatever. You can do this, but the hardest part is giving those messages that they're not going to be happy about. Hi, Coco. Nice to see you, my dear. Some people say you can only win once. Well, it's up to me. So I say you can win more than once. Okay. Okay. White angel. Okay. Let's see. Do you need to be fitted to do tarot, or anyone can learn it? Well, I just touched on that a little bit. I do have a video about that. Okay. But yes, anyone can learn it. You don't have to be born into it. I was not. Um, I was exposed to it very young, and I was interested very young, and I started learning tarot very young, but I was not born with it. Okay. Anybody can learn it. I'm teaching, it's all about intuition, right? It's all about intuition. It's all about believing yourself, trusting yourself, right? A lot of tarot readers are card readers. So they read the cards. They learn the book, they memorize the book, and they learn how to give a reading. So absolutely anybody can learn. The only differences I see, White Angel, is basically how intuitive you are with it. So your readings can become quite different, because of your intuition, right? It can take you many places because of your intuition. You're not locked into a formula per se, or these certain words, that the cards mean, right? So yeah, so that's very good. And that brings me to my course, that there's a workshop coming up in March 17th, 24th, and 31st, from 7 to 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And it's on, knowing if you're psychic, developing your psychic abilities, developing your intuition. We all have it. We might as well learn how to use it to our best advantage, right? And grow with it. So yeah, I think so anyway. So yeah, so that is coming up. Yeah, no, you don't have to be gifted, okay, White Angel? You just have to practice. You have to hone in on your intuition, understand it, learn about it, okay? Okay, Aquileo, does reading tarot make you feel drained? Um, It can. I try very hard to do some protection before I come on. I try to have crystals around me to keep me protected, right? So I'm surrounded by crystals for protection. I also, in my mind, I always use protection. I have something that I say to myself before reading, that only light can come in, that no negativity go from me to my clients, and nothing from my clients come to me. So these kinds of things, these rituals that you set up, can really protect you and help you. But yeah, absolutely, it can be draining, right? It can be, where, and then afterwards I smudge and I do these things and go have a nice shower and, do these things to kind of cleanse yourself, and then you're okay again, right? Have something to drink. I often forget to have something to drink while I'm reading. That's really important that you fuel yourself. You keep yourself, you know, hydrated, right? And that just makes sense, but I don't always do it. So yeah, so those kinds of things, Aquileo. Thank you for the question. It was great. Okay, so let's see, Jan. Jan asks, how can we connect with spirits for tarot card reading initially? Okay, well, you would have to practice that a little bit, but basically, do you have tarot cards, Jan? So, let's see. Do you have tarot cards, Jan? Yeah, you are Aqua Leo. Okay, okay. Not yet? Okay. So get yourself some tarot cards, okay? And when you're going to kind of meditate with them. So put them in your hand, whether they're in a box, whether you just get them, whether you open them and you hold them in your hand. And while you do that, you ask your angels, your guides, um, a spirit to come in and guide you through the cards. Let you see what you need to see. Let you access the messages that are in these tarot cards for you. So that's what you need to do, okay? So you ask for it and you do it genuinely. Light a candle, sit down and grab your deck and go through each card. So you go through each card. So say that's the first card. So I first look at this and it says Seven of Skulls. Well, what does that mean to me? Right? And it's a pretty dark card. So does that mean anything to me? Does that mean a negative or does that mean it could be negative or positive? What is that? What kind of feeling do I get with this? The dark cards don't make me feel negative. The dark cards actually make me feel powerful. They bring a power to me, right? So yeah, so everybody will be different. So when you look at this girl is absolutely beautiful, and she has a fruit in her hand. So it looks like an apple, right? So is she being tempted some way? We all know the story of Adam and Eve and being tempted by an apple, right? So, is she being tempted in some way? And with the Seven of Skulls, it's all about trying to make decisions, right? And kind of being confused as to what direction you want to go. So it very well could be. There's also a skull there. There's also, what is she hanging on to? So you go through each card. So that's that card. Then you pull up this one. So what does that card mean to you, right? So what does that card say to you? Now I'm going to pull a different deck because these are all pretty dark. But let's say we grab this deck and you pulled the Four of Cups. So, what does this card mean to you? What does that say to you? She's daydreaming, and the Four of Cups are all about daydreaming. Maybe they're about boredom. Maybe they're about not sure what you want to do next, contemplating things that you love, those kinds of things, right? But essentially, it's all about exactly the way she looks. It's like, hmm, daydreaming, right? Well, with the Four of Cups, you don't want to daydream too much, right? You don't want to get caught in that cycle of daydreaming. It's okay to daydream a little, but you don't want to get caught in that, right? As well as, and then this one here, this is the Four of Wands, a totally different four, right? But it's about stability. It's about enjoying each other. It's about having fun. It's about going after what you want, so And then what does this one tell you? You know, she's got a blindfold on. She's holding two swords. And if you see the sign, there's different directions on the sign. So she's looking for an answer, right? And she doesn't know what to do. So, so you play with each card and you go through it. Does that make sense, my dear? Okay, so let's see what other people have been asking here. Let's just see. Do you have visions when you read the cards? Good question, light in the world. Not always. Okay, that is the truth. Not always. Sometimes, but not always. Okay. So yeah, absolutely sometimes. I'll give you an example. Best way to do it, right? I was doing a tarot party and I was at a woman's house, and I don't know, there was maybe 10 people that wanted to get read, and I was set up in the basement. It was a finished basement. It had a couch and all that, and a TV and that, and I was there, and candles. It was very nicely set up for me. So this lady came down, probably about my age, and she was sitting there, and I did my spread, and I looked at the spread and I said to her, "Are you all right?" And she said, "Yeah." And I said, "Well, it's showing me that you are very, very sad." And she says, "No, I'm okay. I'm not sad." I said, "Are you sure?" I said, "Nothing's going on." And she said, "No, I'm okay." And then out of the corner of my eye, I saw a dog run across the from one end of the couch out to the other end. And I watched, and I turned my head and watched, and it wasn't there. So it was spirit, right, of this dog. And I said to her, I said, "Did you happen to lose your pet?" She said, "Oh my God, yes." And she started to cry. And I said, "Was it a little white dog?" She said, "Yes." And she started to bawl. But she didn't even think that that was supposed to be important. People just don't do that, right? Like you shouldn't cry over your pet going and stuff like that, right? But yeah. So anyway, yeah, so that has happened. There's been times that I've been reading and I'll see spirit on the side of somebody or around somebody, and I don't say anything normally unless I know the person. The devil, usually DHP Junior. The devil is not, death means death. Okay, so death means death. Death means something ending. So if you think of death as an end to something, it's an end of life, right? So death can mean an end of anything. Could be the end of a job, the end of a relationship, the end of a school year, the end of a really hard time that you're having, and you're finally going to get your way out. It can be positive and negative, right? Can be both. So don't assume because you get death that it means something terrible. That's like the devil, okay? The devil can mean some, really kind of not so nice things. The devil can often mean addiction, can often mean being, overly materialistic, can mean that you're being um, coaxed into doing something. So stuff like that, right? Um, yeah, so it can be very, very negative. But, it can also mean that, you want to make sure that you're not trying to live up to the Joneses so that you're not hurting yourself or putting yourself in debt to do that, right? So there's always positive in that as well, okay? So let's see what other questions are here. Um, Exactly, right? Okay, so let's see. Mm. Yeah, Aquileo, that would be very, very close to 3 years, right? Yep, for sure. Um, let's see what else is here. Um, oh, thank you guys. You guys are so awesome. You know that, right? Um, yeah, you can use common sense, Jan. And then when you do that and you add a little bit, um, when you add a little bit to it, then yeah. No, Katie, I'm not doing regular readings tonight. We're just celebrating the fact that we hit the $1,000 mark. We'll see after a little while. If you guys want readings, then I'll stick around for a little while, at the end, and I'll do some readings for you, okay? But we're going to do like, I'm doing a draw every half hour or so. So it's almost time for another draw. No. We're doing, yeah, you guys are going to guess numbers, right? What is my favorite? Oh, I like that one, Anastasia. Oh, Kay had one just before you. So, do you feel the energy of the people you read? Absolutely, Kay. I absolutely do. Okay, so I mean, I feel the energy of you guys, and you guys are all over the world. I feel the energy of people I do on Zoom that come to my home, that I do events and read for them there. I got clients all over the place. And when I was doing events all over Ontario, I would go quite far, do an event, and then keep up over the phone or by Zoom. And then when I do another event, they come and see me again, right? So yeah, you get very, very loyal customers, but you definitely feel the energy. And right away you can kind of feel if it's desperation, if it's, if they feel that desperation within them, or if they're feeling very negative, or if they're feeling very, very positive, or if they're looking for validation, you can feel all that, right? So, yeah, absolutely. So, you can definitely feel that. Fatine, do you use your imagination for tarot besides your intuition? Well, that's a really good question, right? When is it your imagination and when is it intuition? That's a big question, right? So I don't know. Um, I'm going to say, you know what? There would be decks that I would use my imagination more so than others' decks. Okay, like when I think of, there's a couple of decks that deal with um, let's say there's a deck that deals with a fairy tale. Of course, some of these cards in that deck are going to make you think of that fairy tale. And that fairy tale, you've always used your imagination with that fairy tale, whether you pictured yourself in there or whatever, right? So, yeah, so I would definitely say that you would use both, that you would definitely use both, right? Okay, so we're going to stop here and then we're going to answer some more questions, starting with this one from Anastasia. But I want to do a draw. So this one, we're going to pick, this is for, let's see. Um, let's do the morning meditation journal. Okay, so this is for the morning meditation journal. It's got lots of prompts in it. Affirmations in it, all kinds of stuff. Okay. So I am going to write down a number again, and then you guys are going to guess it. And I'm going to write down a number from 1 to 40, and that will definitely make sure it takes up all the people in here. Okay. So, Okay, so just go ahead and put your numbers in one at a time and go ahead and guess. And then whoever gets it first, I will announce. Okay? So, and everybody can play, all the moderators and everything. Okay, guys? You don't see it yet. I don't see it yet. So this one's lasting a little bit longer. This is cool. No more than 40, Jan. It's up to 40. So it can't be 41. Not yet, guys. Keep going. Jan, lower than 40. Am I saying something wrong? Okay, wait. Got a winner. Breezy Breezy, you are a winner with number 36. There you go, Breezy. So this is for you. So don't forget to send me an email with your address and your name so I can mail it to you, okay? So that is the second one tonight. Krishna won this one, so she won a tarot deck. Breezy just won morning meditation journal. Awesome. Okay. All righty. So another half hour, we'll do another one. Okay. All right. So that comment, oh, I just took it off. Sorry, jeepers. I shouldn't have done that. I'll find it. Right here. Okay. So what is my favorite card? What is your least favorite one? Okay. My favorite card is the Sun. That is definite. Um, there's the Sun to me is a very positive card, but it can also be a warning card. It has so much, the multiple of both, because the Sun is so strong, it can burn, right? The Sun is definitely capable of burning. A lot of people, if they don't protect themselves, right? Sunscreen, clothes, not being too involved in the sun, it will burn them, right? So, yeah, so if you go around your life and you're just totally exposed, and you don't take any regard at protecting yourself, you're going to get burnt, right? So, so that's the negative part of the Sun, okay? But the Sun also is also about uh, things don't grow without the Sun, not very much, okay? So things don't grow without the Sun. Things don't expand without the Sun. You feel better with the Sun. It's full of vitamin D. It gives you life. It gives you that feeling of being alive. It makes you feel good. It kind of guides you on your way. You can see everything. So to me, my favorite card is the Sun. My least favorite card, yeah, that's tough, right? I think I would have to say, um, yeah, I think I would have to say, oh goodness, I'm going to use a I'm just going to focus on the major arcana, because there are some minor arcana, which the smaller coins are, or cards are, that, that I really don't like that much. But as far as the major arcana, which have the most kind of stuff, they work the most in your life, right? They're the most important parts, I think, of a reading, right? For not that one. That I'm lying to you then if I chose that. That's not the one I want. What do I want here? I want, where is it? Let me just find it and then I'll tell you. You can never find anything when you want it, right? It's not going to be one that you think it is. Oh boy. Come on. Hanged ace. I love the aces. The aces are awesome. Okay. So my least favorite card is Judgment. Okay. I mean, it can have, it can have such negative connotation, right? So I feel like Judgment is not necessarily celebrating that you've reached a certain place in your life and you can, you look at your life and you look over your life and you kind of evaluate things where you are and you decide, if you've led a good life, right? So that can be part of Judgment, but it can also be that you are not being, you're not being a very nice person. You're not reaching your potential. You're not being nice to people. You're being very judgmental. You're putting, a slant on things that shouldn't be there. I just have a very difficult time with this card. To me, it just doesn't fit. Okay. So yeah, so that is my least favorite one. Okay, guys. So yeah, thank you. That was a good question. Thanks, Anastasia. Um, Okay, so what else here? Okay, so how much time do you need to start learning to read greatly for others? Well, that's very that is very depending on how much time you put into studying, right? To learning. Um, so the more you put into it, the sooner you'll be able to read for other people, right? Um, I think you could read for other people soon, but charging is a different thing. Okay. So being professional is a little bit different as well. So you can read for friends and family and get all that kind of practice in. Maybe after you've done that for a while, then, depending on the results you're getting and the feedback you're getting, then you can decide if you're ready to go professional. Okay. But I think you need to, I will be teaching tarot as well. If anybody is interested in taking a tarot class, let me know. Okay, so yeah, I will be teaching tarot as well. So yeah, so this is it is something that you can you can learn. Let's say let's say you take 3 months and you learn tarot, okay, and then you practice tarot. I think the practice is like, 6 months, a year, right? Depending on how much you do it and how serious you are and how much effort you put in it. So yeah, so you really cannot um, just base it on the time alone. Okay, so everybody will have a different amount of time that they will take. Okay, Vicky. The last 3 weeks you've been seeing your crow again. Last few days, and you don't know what that means either. Um, Crows can, depending on how many crows there are, they can have different meanings, Vicky. I would suggest you Google it. Look up the spiritual meaning. Okay, so or the spiritual properties of seeing a crow. Look that up, okay? And it'll show you. Try to get a couple of different websites, and when they start agreeing with each other, you know you've got a consensus, okay? Because there's so much BS out there as well. So yeah, there you go, my dear. I'm not doing questions right now, Saman, okay? Right? Okay, so um, exactly, right, Vicky? Absolutely. I love you too, Mila. You guys are so important to me. I hope you know how important you guys are to me. Let's ask a raunchy question. Here goes. Okay, Aqua. Let's see, Kay. How did you notice you were feeling after people's energy so intensely? Well, you can feel a lot of things, right? So again, you protect yourself. You know, um, you ground yourself. I really like to ground myself. Even when I sit here reading for you guys, sometimes I just go through my head, right? Picture your feet going in the ground, Donna. Picture your feet growing roots into the ground and grounding yourself and going to Mother Earth, and you can feel that cool kind of, it's a kind of like a cool warmth, right? And it just kind of covers your body and you just know you are rooted with her. And it just makes me feel really, really good. So yeah, so you just keep doing the things that you need to do to keep yourself grounded and protect yourself, and look after yourself, right? So yeah, it's practice as well, Kay. I know that when I'm reading that this isn't my stuff, right? So you know it's not your stuff. And if it does trigger you, because yeah, you guys go through some of the same things I do. So, and it will trigger me. And I have to remind myself, this is not for you, Donna. This is for your client. You'll deal with that later, right? So yeah, you end up talking to yourself a lot, right? But I live alone, so I'm used to that. Thank you. Uh, is it okay reading a card? Okay, let me just see here. Okay, Mila, is it okay reading a card following your senses rather than the actual meaning of a card if in that moment it makes you feel something different? Absolutely, that happens to me regularly. I will get a card and it doesn't mean what the traditional meanings mean to me at that moment. And that's okay. Um, there's nothing wrong with that. As long as you're a seasoned reader, you don't want to go willy-nilly off and just kind of, you know, um, have different meanings for all the cards, right? Well, mind you, there are intuitive readers, and I consider myself an intuitive reader, but there are intuitive readers that don't study tarot and maybe don't know all the key words for tarot, right? Um, I think both is important, but not everybody does. So I guess acknowledge but you do know in your heart of hearts when the traditional or the book meaning is not fitting, right? So yeah, I follow my intuition. So I follow what my gut says. Okay. What tarot cards pick up the energy of getting hot and steamy with someone? Well, which ones do you think? you know, hot and steamy is usually, if you think of passion, what does passion, do you know which cards really scream passion? Wands really scream passion, right? They're the fire cards, right? So one of the wands is definitely going to scream that kind of energy, right? That hot and steamy and yeah, like let's get busy energy. It would be one of the wands, right? So definitely a wand, you know. Yeah. So to me, that one is going to scream passion, and it's going to scream, depending on what cards with it. Now, you want a card with it to show you that it is with somebody special to you, right? Now, it could be maybe if you've got the Two of Cups beside it, or the Ace of Cups, or the Lover's card, you know it's someone you're in love with. If you have, the Three of Cups or the Two of Cups with it, you know it's somebody that you like, but not necessarily in love with, right? So yeah, so different cards can bring out that different energy. Also, if you get the Fool and you get a wand and you've just met somebody new, and you're thinking, okay, you're ready to take a risk, you're ready to just jump in and see what happens, right? So yeah, so a lot of these cards can complement each other and can really make a difference. Okay, so they can really add that potential for a different kind of vibe than the card by itself. Okay, so yeah. So let's see. So if you can feel people's energy, that means they can't hide anything from you. Well, that's not exactly true. I have been deceived a lot. Okay, not saying I don't get feelings. I do, but you choose to ignore it depending on how close you are to the person, right? And what you are, um, what you're hoping for with that relationship, right? Now, I've had boyfriends that have lied to me, and I have bought it hook, line, and sinker. But eventually I get this, my gut screams at me. I can no longer ignore it and I have to act on it, right? But at first, because you want it, you don't pay any attention, right? Um, Other people that you're just not invested in, can sometimes it can slip away because you have no investment. And maybe somebody who, bugged and bugged and bugged, they want a reading, they want a reading, they want a reading. And you say, okay, 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 I'll give you a reading, right? Just to appease them, right? It's not that you want to, you're not feeling like it's yeah, you're just doing it to appease them, right? To shut them up, basically, right? So you do a reading. And in this reading, you know, they are, they're getting invested in the reading and they're really into it and whatever. And but they start asking you questions and they're not being honest with you. And you just feel like just saying, you know what, if you don't want this, just go away. You know what I mean? Because you don't know how they're feeling, you don't know what they want, and you just feel shitty about it, right? So you don't want to read for them. So yeah, it just depends, right? So people's energy can really affect how you read for them. And I try not to be, I try to treat everybody in a respectful, kind way. And I think I do a pretty good job of that. But, tell you the truth, not always, right? So yeah, so I'm human too, right? So we have to realize that in ourselves too. TD wants to know. What does TD wants to know? Okay, let's see here. Donna, when you ask about another, like if someone is asking about another person, apart from person you are reading for, do you need to ask spirit for permission? That's a really, really good question, Vicki. And the way that I do that, and I try to be very, very respectful, when you're looking at someone else's energy that is connected to somebody else, right? So when you're doing that, I try to be very, very respectful. And I ask universe, I ask spirit to kind of guide me without intrusion. The only time I ask for uh, to make an exception is if my client can be in danger. And not if they can be hurt, but if, not emotionally hurt, but if they can be in danger. Then I ask for an exception to that. And that's kind of how I do it. So I do it in my getting ready for my readings and before I come online and when I'm doing, a smudging or when I'm doing a protection, around my desk and stuff like that, right? So I will do that then. All righty. Devil and lovers, yes. Okay, so you know what? I'm just going to get a drink. Okay, guys, just bear with me for 1 second. Speaking and not getting a drink. Um, Sorry, guys. Dying of thirst here. Okay, so yeah. Hmm, okay, so do I use tarot? Do you use tarot to solve your problems? Can you tell us an example for that? Yes, absolutely I can. Thank you. And it's a good question, right? Some people, I don't know if everybody does that reads. Most people I know do. They'll pull a daily card or two or three. And if they're going through something, they'll do a reading. And for me, it depends on what it is. But yes, I often do. Um, or I get a reading, one or the other, right? So yeah, so if something's bothering me, what example can I give you? Okay. Oh, how do I put that? Okay. One of my children um was hoping to get a job, and this was a couple of years ago, okay? And she had been struggling, and it was putting a lot of stress on me. I was really, really worried, and it was just so much stress. And I just needed her to get this job to help me, right? So, so it was definitely a problem for me. I was so worried about her. So I did a reading on that to get an answer, and I got my answer. Okay, so that was good, right? So that was good. Another thing I do quite often is ask about money. So ask about what I should be doing, what I can work on next, that kind of thing. Am I headed in the right direction? Um, am I not doing enough? Am I doing too much? I do that for my mental health and I do it for money. Um, yeah, so my mental health, I use it a lot as well. I will look and see if I am talking enough. Am I sharing enough? Am I doing those kinds of things? What do I do about this person in my life? What do I do about my ex-boyfriend? What do I do about him? So these things. And then if I don't feel I get a good answer, like not the right answer, not necessarily what I want to hear, but a good answer, I will ask a friend to read for me. Okay. So yeah, sometimes I think I can influence the cards, and I can make them say basically what I want them to say, right? So you just influence them, right? So yeah. So when that happens, then I'll ask somebody else to read for me. Okay, so okay, so let's see, guys. Okay, okay. Any other questions? You guys are funny. Okay, we're getting okay. Um so how many of you have tried reading cards like tarot or oracle? You know, put it in the comments and let me know if you read tarot or oracle, okay? Uh, yes, TD is planning on it, right? She just needs to get up the nerve. Okay. Uh, let's see. I kept seeing that card from Everyday Witch deck. Which card was that, Anastasia? You read both? Awesome. That is awesome. You guys should take my course, TD and Vicky. You really should. Um, Getting readings on a third party is bad karma. Do you think that's true? It depends on what you're asking, right? If you're asking, it depends on, it really does depend on what you're asking. If you're asking, like I said, I asked to see if my daughter was going to get a job because I needed her to get that job. So yeah, it just depends on what you're asking, Coco. But if you are wishing harm to somebody and you're asking to see if it's, if there's harm being, you know, if it's going to go their way or whatever, then no, that's not good, right? Just, I guess the best way to think of it is do no harm. Regardless whether you're asking, whether you're reading, do no harm, right? So I think that's the best way to do it. Yeah, because you just don't want you don't want that, right? So you definitely don't want to hurt anybody. You don't want to cause anybody else hurt. I'll check it in a minute, my dear. Okay, I am just okay, so just trying to get the rest of the questions here. Okay, so um, um, hmm. Okay, if you've asked a question, could you ask it again? And because this has gotten a little out of hand here, I can't keep track. Right. Okay, here we go. Okay, Anastasia, can you get energy through electronic devices? I think electronic devices interfere in energy at times, not always, but I believe they can at times. My girlfriend and I, we when we get together often, if we get in a vehicle, the electronics don't always work properly. So something will go wrong with them. They'll either shut off or they'll turn on or they'll, you know, make weird noises, whatever, right? They don't always work properly. And that goes with your maps, whatever. When we're in a car together, it's sometimes, I don't know whether we're both very strong energetically or whatever happens, right? But yeah, definitely something happens there, right? So yeah, but so yes, I believe that electronics can definitely affect energy. I think, generally speaking, in a negative way. Okay. Um, I'm just pulling up Anastasia's. There we go. So there is your channel, my dear. I'm just pulling it up on my other computer. Awesome. And I will subscribe for you. Good stuff. Good for you. Keep working at it, right? Awesome. Okay, so you are sure when the cards appear, you know what to say. Was that a question for me, Aquileo? I don't always know what to say. Sometimes it takes me a while to figure it out. Yeah, definitely. Okay. That's why sometimes you'll see me just say, just wait a second here, or, I have to look and see, right? Okay, Fatine, how much time the energy takes to change the end of a circle? Is it about the lesson? You know what? Yeah, that's a good question, right? How much time does the energy take to change? I think it can take a while. I think it can be, um, I think it can come and leave again. I don't think it's necessarily um, something that comes and leaves um, quickly. You know what I mean? Like sometimes the energy will be a certain way and then it'll change quickly, but it'll go back to that energy again, right? If you haven't learned your lesson or if you haven't adjusted what the universe is trying to show you, right? So, yeah, so I don't think there's a specific time. Things can change quickly, things can change slowly. So yeah, I don't think it's the same. I don't think it's always the same, right? Right, TD? Good. Um, let's get jiggy. You guys are funny. Which card is that, Anastasia? Your friend calls that card the boom boom stick. Which card is that, Anastasia? Okay. If the cards say something and your intuition says something else, what do you follow? My intuition, always, without a doubt. I follow my intuition. Thank you, guys. This is very awesome. Okay, what time is it? 1:14. We are due for another draw. Okay, so I am going to get down here in the comments. So let's see how many people's about are here. Um, is there only 10 people here, really? Well, that's okay. Okay, so it will be, don't write anything yet, okay? It'll be 1 out of 20. And let me just put the number down. Okay, go. Okay, Ace of Wands is Anastasia. That's interesting. Cool. Not yet, guys. Nobody's got it yet. Mm, not yet. Not yet, guys. Keep going. Keep going. This is for a deck. You're going to get an oracle deck. Come on. Oh, stop. Krishna. Krishna, you won again. Number 3. This is number 3. Anybody else say 3? Neelam, you did, but you're way after. TD, you did, but you're way after too. I think Krishna was the first one, guys. She did win again. So Krishna, you get the spell casting oracle cards. This is by Flalia Kate Peters. It's a 48 card deck and guidebook, okay? So that's for Krishna. Ooh, wow, cool. Where do you live, Krishna? You did win again. No, it's you, Krishna. You said it first. In the US? Okay. All righty. So half an hour, we're going to do a journal, or oracle journal, or the tarot workbook, okay? Both are fun. So yeah, so somewhere around a half an hour. Okay, any more questions, guys? I'm way down, so you have to repost, okay? If you have a question, that would be awesome, guys. I would really appreciate it. I like this. This is fun. I don't know if you guys are enjoying this or not, but yeah, this is very fun. Okay, so can we change the energy of others and manipulate it based on our energy, or can we only control our energy and others' energy? Okay. I'm gonna say, Fatin, I think, can we change? I think we can change someone's energy and manipulate it. And I think that's a problem, right? You can say something to somebody, and that is going to change their energy. And you can manipulate someone, and that will definitely change their energy, right? If you are doing this with love and kindness, and if you are do no harm, right? Then that's fine. But if you are trying to hurt someone again or bring negativity to them, It's a no-no. And what you put out there will come back to you 10 times. Okay? I truly believe that. So I would not fuck with anybody else's energy. And let's just put it that way. Okay? So yeah, I'm going to put that there. Very much so that way. Okay? Yeah. So, okay. Uh, do you read for yourself, Donna? I go blank when I pull cards. Okay. Well, I did put that in one of my videos. I'm not sure which one it was, TD, about reading tarot cards anyway, the one about doing readings. I can go blank when I read for myself, or I just get like, I just don't know, like it just doesn't feel right or whatever. I'm just not comfortable with what I got, right? So what I do, I don't change the cards. I don't do anything. I get a book out, okay? I get the book for that deck and I look at the card and what the author's meaning of the card was, okay? And I make sure that I write that down. And then I relook at the card and see, okay, am I interpreting that the way the author wanted that to be interpreted? And I try to do a book reading. I try to keep it on the book side when I'm feeling like it's not right, okay? So for you, pull yourself 3 cards, okay? Get the book out, or you're drawing a blank, get the book out, write down what the book is telling you, okay? And then create your story from that, all right? I think that helps in a big way to make us focus on the cards, not what's in our head or our heart, okay? So yeah, so that would really, really help you in a big way. Okay, TD, try that and let me know how that works, okay? And if anybody else has any other ideas, just jot it down, okay, in the comments, and that would really help as well. Okay, so like for example, if someone left you and you want them back, should I stop? Should I stop, keep calling them so they're back? Okay, that is, Fatine, that is basically, that's not manipulating them. That is actually calling them and asking them if they want to come back, right? It's not manipulating them. That is basically, it could come across as desperate if you keep calling them, which you don't want either, right? What I think, you should always give somebody some space, give yourself some space to see what you want going next, okay? Leave them a message or two. After that, don't call again, you know? They're giving you their answer by not answering you. So sometimes I just think we hurt ourselves if we continue to do something that is not in our best interest. It's not making us feel good. You know what I mean? It's just feeding our desperation. So you want to make sure that you're not doing that either. Okay, Fatine? So yeah. Thank you. Exactly. Yes. Okay. So TD and you had a conversation about manifestation, and you said about karma. Now I know we can manifest good in our life. But what about bad? Does that happen too? Absolutely, it does. And that's why there is karma. And I truly believe whatever we put out there, we get back 10 times. Okay. Yeah, absolutely. It's like saying there's no dark without, without when there's no light and dark. It can be either, and it's not. It's both, right? There's usually an opposite to a spectrum. So yeah, so evil and good, light and dark, heaven and hell, right? You believe in heaven, you have to believe in hell. If you don't believe in heaven, then you don't have to, right? Then maybe there is no hell. So it just depends on your beliefs and what you feel inside you is the right thing, right? Whatever you believe in, right? So yeah, so that's all very, very important. and it's big, 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 right? I did curse. Sorry, guys. Uh, right? Yeah, I know, right? I don't curse too often, so um why we don't use tarot to know death or something from the other world. Many of us do. Um, yeah, many of us do. For me, for myself, I do. Um, for others, I do not. Um, I don't believe it's my place to tell somebody about death. What if I'm wrong? Um, what if the cards are wrong? What if I'm wrong? That can happen, right? They're not always right. Often, most of the time, they're right, but they're not always right. Maybe I'm off that day. Maybe I'm not on that day. So the cards are off. So yeah, that can happen. We can all have bad days, you know. I was doing an event and my one of my daughters was running the table for me, taking the appointments for the day, right? Because I get so busy that when you have someone running the front end, then it's easier for you to just concentrate on your readings. So she was taking payments and doing the bookings. So we did that, and she I got finished a reading, and she said, "Mom, you have to read for this lady when she comes." She said, "And it's serious." And I said, "What do you mean it's serious?" She said, "It's her birthday." And I said, "Well, that's good." And she said, "No, Mom." She said she saw a tarot reader a few years before that who told her she was going to die on that birthday that year. And she was terrified. And I don't think we have the right as professionals or not, but as people, as other people, to do that to somebody. And that's why I don't play with that at all in my readings. So yeah, odd idea. But you can for yourself, absolutely. If you read whatever, yeah, for sure. Okay, so let's see what this question is. When asking a question, can one alter the question by changing the energy when the question is being read? I mean, after all, you are reading energy. Um, well, questions can be interpreted differently, right? So you can definitely interpret the question in different ways. Um, yeah, so I guess you can, but to actually change the what the question says, no, I don't think so. Okay, so there we go. Never happened to me. What is my PayPal link again? Oh, cheapers. Let me just get it for you. I forget. Boo, 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 boo. The moderators might know. Probably better than I do, right? That's so funny. Um, where is it? It's not there. It should be there. Okay, that's not okay. Well, I know I got that to change. There we go. It'll be in here. Yeah. Um, B. Mhm. Paste. There we go. So I put it up there. Thank you very much, MBB. I'm not doing regular readings, so you know that, right? So yeah. Or maybe I will after, but we're going to give it a little bit more time. All right, so let's see, my dear. So I was trying to connect with spirits after your Kundalini awakening. I used to feel something moving in and out of my body and different kind of goosebumps, but I don't feel it now. Okay, that that could have been in the moment. Okay, so definitely, we go through different things, and energy, or our thoughts of energy, or the way our body is, we manipulate our body, um, can be different at different times, right? So I wouldn't be concerned about that, and I don't think you have to. I don't maybe that was just the way you felt spirit that day, where now you're going to feel it in a different way. I know for me, spirit, I can usually tell because I get cold. I know spirits around me, I get cold, and I get things get a little echoey. So yeah, so I definitely know when spirit is around me most of the time, but not always. I don't always know, right? And maybe you'll just maybe you'll just get goosebumps, or a temperature change, or you'll feel a breeze, or whatever it is, right? So just pay attention to other changes around you. That's what I would do. Okay, Jan? So yeah. Um, I don't think we become connected physically 100% of the time. I don't think that works that way. That's not my belief. Okay. So everybody has their own beliefs, right? I can only tell you what I believe, and you take what you like and leave the rest. Okay. But I believe when we connect, and then we kind of disconnect. Okay. So yeah, I don't think we are always connected. So you just ask to communicate them, ask to share their message with you. If you don't hear it or see it or whatever you want, ask them to be more clear. Tell them you need a visual thing, or an you need to hear some. Tell them what you want them to do to let you know they're there and you can talk to them. Okay. So yeah, so if you need them to move something, ask them to move something. Whatever you need, ask them to let you know. Just tell them you're not good at reading cues. So yeah, so that's what I would do. Okay. You've been a good person to an extent all your life. Is it what you put out of no self-worth put upon you? Okay, wait a minute. Now, I think you're talking about, Vicky, when I said comes back 10 times. That is only with intention, right? If you are intentionally hurting people, like you're doing it on purpose, and you're intentionally hurting others in whatever way, or you're stealing, or whatever it is you're doing, if it is within intent to hurt someone, then I don't then I believe it'll come back to you tenfold. If you are not doing that with intent to do harm or to hurt, or whatever the thing may be, then no, I don't believe it. Okay. I believe the universe knows the difference, and I believe the universe knows us better than we know ourselves. Okay. So, yeah, don't worry about that. Okay. Okay. So, well, Dan, sometimes, right? Sometimes you'll get a third eye view. You'll get a third eye picture of what's going on. And maybe that's what you need, right? So everybody's different. How they communicate, how they see, how they feel, all that is different with everybody, okay? Let's see. Hi, Brownie. Let's see here. Everyone can change perspective of their lives. I always got told you are the only judge and jury of your own life. Tarot and even spiritual advisors can only advise. Absolutely, Vicky. You are absolutely true, right? They can only advise you. That's why um, that's why they're called spiritual advisors. That's why they're called they're your guides. They're not your boss, they're not your mind, they're your guide, they give you little nudges, right? People are crazy. Some people are definitely crazy. Yes, TD, I agree with that. Some things we're not supposed to know. Brownie, can I ask a question? Not right now, okay, Brownie? We're just enjoying the fact that we hit 1,000 subscribers and oh, I put $1,000. How silly is that? Um, we hit 1,000 subscribers and there we go. That was silly. There. Okay, I think I fixed it. So yeah, that's better. So yeah, so we hit 1,000 subscribers. So yeah, so that's why I'm here right now. We may do some questions after, okay? And we're doing draws, so you can win prizes. We've done 3 already. So yeah, next one coming in about 5 minutes. Okay, billionaire girl. Okay. When you sleep, do you feel that you are in connection with your angels, or did they wake up you before? Okay, that's a good question. That's a very good question. Okay, I do usually, I'm not going to say all the time because I'm not perfect, but I do usually say some kind of prayer or something when I'm laying in bed before I go to sleep. I say good night, right? And I ask spirit not to bother me when I'm sleeping because it frightens me. And I don't like that. Okay. So I ask spirit not to bother me when I'm sleeping. And generally speaking, they don't. But I will wake up early in the morning and know that spirit's been there and I've got something here, just like on my chest that I need to get out, like I've had a dream or something and I just need to just get this information out of me, right? And sometimes I remember and sometimes I don't. Um, but it's right there and it's heavy on my chest. So I know that they have been there, right? Angel, spirit, whoever it is, right? And that's why I suggest that you have a dream journal by your bed and a little piece of paper. It doesn't matter what it is, or use your phone and speak into it. But as soon as you wake up, jot down anything you remember and or write or speak it into your phone or whatever. Okay. Because you will not remember 2 seconds later. Okay. And I think that is the best way to learn what the message is that you are being left. Okay. So, yeah. All righty. Hi, MBB. Yeah. Hang on to those questions, okay? Because we're going to do some readings um, after the stream. Okay, so it'll be a really long stream tonight, but we're going to do some questions after, all right? Okay. Okay, so Fatine, why, when our energy change, the energy of others change as well, especially in the relationship. For example, when you want someone, they don't want you. And when energy change, the opposite happens. Yeah, that can happen. Definitely that can happen, right? And often that doesn't have anything to do with spirit. It's just energy, right? It's just people. Like when you want somebody, okay, let's look at this. Okay, you want somebody, you're chasing them or whatever, right? You decide, okay, that's enough. I don't want this anymore. So you stop chasing them. So all of a sudden, they feel that emptiness. They feel like, oh, where'd that person go? Oh my God, you know what? I think I really like that person. Oh my God, I got to get that person back, right? So, you know, it's just being people. People are so complicated, right? Love is complicated. People are complicated. Fear is complicated. Why people do something is so complicated, right? But yeah, it can definitely change, right? So, um, and why? It's just people. It's just, the way that we interpret something, how we let things get under our skin or not, and, all kinds of things, right? So it's just people being people. That's what I think, okay? Very soon, TD, yeah, if that's okay. Let's see. Yeah, I'm not really uh yeah, I'm going to do readings after. Someone asked me to post my PayPal, and maybe just someone just wants to donate to the channel to help the channel, right? So that can be. Do you think everyone has a spiritual guide? Yes, I do. I believe that, well, okay. It's like does everyone have a counselor, right? Does everyone have someone that they can go to, a best friend, right? I think it's the same type of question. I think if you want one, they're there for you. You just have to ask for them. Okay. So it's kind of like they're not sitting there and you don't know they're there and they're just waiting. I don't think it works that way. I think if you want one, you have to ask for it, right? I think if you need somebody in your life and there's no one there, you need to ask your angels to bring that person or your guide to show you how to do that, or the universe to make it possible. So, yeah, so I do believe that everyone can have one. Okay. So I guess that would be a better way to put that. Thank you, Hooked on Crafts. What I meant was, can you even, if you're not intentionally being a bad person, manifest bad karma towards yourself, Donna? I mean, you feel shitty, bad karma comes, but you don't deserve it. Oh, yes. To yourself, yes. You can. Absolutely, right? But I don't think you're manifesting bad karma necessarily. Okay? Mm, yeah, no, sometimes the wording gets really tricky, right, Vicky? So what I think, if you see, if you talk bad about yourself all the time, you keep calling yourself stupid over and over and over again, okay? You Then what happens is you start doing stupid things over and over and over again because the universe doesn't hear anything but I am stupid. So they show you where you're being stupid because that is what you want them to do because you keep saying it over and over again. So the universe thinks that that's what you want. So they're going to keep showing you that over and over and over again, right? Whether that was your intention or not. So that's why I always say it's really important what you say to yourself because I really believe the universe hears that and they give you exactly that. They prove it to you over and over again that you are right, you know? So, yeah, so I really think that that is, that that's where that comes from, right, Vicki? So I hope that helps a little bit. It's hard sometimes with the wording. Yeah, we're going to do some readings, TD. Okay, so we're going to do another draw, and then we're going to do a few readings. So just hang on, guys, okay? We're going to take a couple more questions, okay? White Angel, is religion has to do with spirits or tarot? It affects the reader if they have a specific background. Okay, so White Angel, that question has to do with your beliefs, okay? And I believe we all have different beliefs. I was raised Catholic, and I knew tarot was taboo, okay? Tarot and religion do not go hand in hand, okay? Mind you, Wicca now, which is witchcraft, has become a religion, in my opinion. It's organized. Anything organized like that to me is a religion, right? There's a dogma. And um, and lots of witches do tarot. So this is really kind of, you're cutting a fine line here. So to me, religion is what you practice that you believe in. Spirits are what you believe you feel in your life to help others or to help them or to get and give messages to, right? And then tarot is just another form of divination that allows you to bring the universe's messages to other people through the cards and through intuition, right? So that's how I see it. So I don't think if you are if you're religious and you practice tarot that you're going to burn if you do that, right? I don't think that's true. But some people do, right? So, or if you practice witchcraft that you're going to go to hell. I don't think that's true either. Like not in that sense, right? So yeah, it can be very, very confusing, right? So yeah. Okay, thank you, Bubbles. Okay, let me just see here, Fatine. Why tarot can't know the far future? How the spirits connect to each other to bring the information for the human being. Well, okay, if you ask me a question for 10 years down the road, I can pull tarot and I can get the answer. But the reason why that generally doesn't work out is because you have free will and you make changes to your life, which changes the energy, which changes the outcome. Okay. And tarot cannot identify when you're going to make those adjustments, right? Or if you're going to. So, yeah, they can tell you, and this could be if everything is equal and everything goes 10 years down the road as it's going right now, this is what's going to happen. Absolutely. They can tell you, okay? But it really doesn't have value because generally speaking, we change our mind all the time and we change our thoughts and our behaviors and our goals and our dreams, our aspirations and our knowledge, to change our ideas, and so yeah, so everything changes all the time, right? So yeah, that's what I believe. Okay, let's see. Thank you, my dear. Okay, So we are down. Okay, so we're going to stop the questions for now. Let's see. It's I've been on for 1 hour and 50 minutes, so almost 2 hours. We'll do one more draw, and then we'll do some readings. Okay, guys? Yes, Vicky, definitely. Yeah, definitely. Okay. So which one should we draw? The Oracle card journal, the Open-Minded Tarot workbook, or the Oracle deck postcards from Spirit? Which one should we draw for? Let's do this one, the workbook. I would love someone to get this and work through it and let me know what they think of it. Okay. So we're going to do another draw. Let's see. There's 27 people watching. Is that right? Yeah. Okay. So this one's going to be out of 30, guys. So let me just get my paper. Let me see. Um, let's see. Okay. Go ahead and guess, guys. Hmm. Okay. Okay, guys, we have a winner. The winner is Mila, number 18. So don't forget to message me, Mila. Send me an email, please. Okay, so that was four four gifts we gave away. So that was awesome. Thank you, guys. That was fun. I appreciate you guys so much. I'm happy you won too, Mila. Awesome. Okay, guys. So we do have a couple of donations. Let's see who's here. That's so funny. Let's see. So Kay, are you still here, my dear? I don't know if Kay is still here or not. I haven't seen her in a bit. And MBB. Okay. And I do have your questions. I think it's MBB, right? Are you still here, my dear? I just want to make sure you're here. Or we'll wait for another stream for you. So K or MBB, are you here? Thank you. We'll see. What deck do you guys want me to? Oh, maybe we'll use the mermaid one. Yeah, okay, we'll just leave it. I'll write their names down and we'll go from there, okay? So we'll just start fresh. TD and Vicky and Coco. Coco's still here, right? Okay, so we'll just put it on the next stream. I'll just make a note. Okay, Mila, I got your donation, my dear. Thank you. Yep, I'm going to do free as well, okay? I'm not putting a list up. There's no 5, okay? So, because we've been all here for a while. Let's see, Mila, did you put your question online? No, go ahead, Mila. Donations take priority, okay, Krishna? Thanks, Vicky. I don't think they're here anymore. Okay, may I ask what will you and A feel towards each other when you meet? Okay, so when you meet, King of Swords, Nine of Swords, the Fool, Five of Swords reversed, the Page of Cups, and Strength. So, you know what? I think this meeting's going to be very, very good. Okay. It's like you're letting down your guards, you're letting down some of that fear, you're not allowing that to take over you. And I think you're going to get some answers that you want. Okay. I think this is good. I think it's going to be very, you're both willing to talk, you're both willing to share. And I think it's going to be very, very nice. And it's also going to answer a lot of your questions. Okay. So, yeah, definitely. So that's awesome, Mila. Thank you. And congratulations. Yes. Okay. So let's see. Krishna, is Jay trying to find a reason to argue so that he can go see another girl romantically? The Hierophant, the Eight of Wands, the Two of Wands. I'm going to say no, okay? I think you really need to figure out what you want in this relationship and if you can trust Jay, all right? Um, I don't think they're doing anything wrong. Um, so yeah, you need to figure out what do you want out of this and what are you going to do with this, okay? So I really think that this is something that's in your head. Yeah, more than anything, okay, my dear? So just be careful you're not overreacting, okay? Yeah, I think you're right, Coco. I think they left, but that's okay. We can do it tomorrow or something, right? Okay, so I don't even have my book with me to write anybody's name down or anything. So yeah. Uh, Tohans, hey, can I have a reading, please? Yes. What would you like to ask me, my dear? Oh, don't be sad, Krishna. You won twice. You know, don't be sad. Just look at this as an opportunity to know yourself better, right? So, yeah, look at whenever you learn something, it's an opportunity to get to know yourself better, okay? Let's see, my dear Jan. Can I get a general look at upcoming 2 weeks? For sure, my dear. The Empress, the Devil, and the Hanged Man. You've got 3 major arcanas, right? The next 2 weeks are going to be very important in your life. I do believe that you need to trust yourself first and foremost, okay? And you really need to care for yourself over the next 2 weeks. Put your needs and desires up front, okay? That's really, really important. And I think it's time to stop procrastinating. Make sure that you get done what you're telling yourselves you need to do. Okay, so make sure that you are doing what you need to do. And then I feel like you don't let other people influence you. Don't let other people tell you what to do. Don't let other people manipulate you or try to make you feel like you're not enough because you are. So just take care of yourself, have fun, be loving and kind to yourself, and don't let negativity overwhelm. Okay? Okay, my dear, I got your date of birth. So you need to ask your question, okay? Tahane's World, you need to ask your question. Tahane Williams. Yes, my dear. You're welcome, Jan. Shania, how does Cain feel and think towards you? Any action? Okay. Well, that could be 2 or 3 questions, right? So let's just see what we got here. Okay, Shania. I really think that they care about you. They like you. They want this to amount to something. Okay. They're not in this just for nothing. They're not in this as a fly by night thing. Okay. So I do think that they really like you. And I could see them moving towards you and asking you to do something, asking you out. Okay. Okay. So Fatine, may I ask Omar's current feelings and intentions towards you? You sure can. We got the Four of Swords reversed, the King of Cups, and the Moon reversed. Okay, so I wouldn't be too certain what they want, okay? I feel like they're uncertain and they don't know exactly where they want this to go. I think they have some trust issues in relationships, so be cautious, all right? Take your time, don't give more than what you're getting. Okay, you're welcome. Oh, you did come back, Kay. Awesome. You may ask your questions now. Okay, Kay? Kay donated, so we're waiting for Kay's questions, okay? That's a long video. Okay, so how will Sag and this was, excuse me, STT feel next time they see you? Okay. Five of Wands, the Star, the Moon reversed, Two of Cups, Page of Swords, Six of Pentacles reversed. Okay. So, I'm going to say they're going to be happy to see you. Okay. So they're definitely going to be happy to see you. You're like an old friend to them, and I think that's very, very important. Okay. So they see you when they're around you, they can exchange energy without being afraid to be taken advantage of. And I really think that that is good. But I also think that they're not going to tell you everything that's going on. I do believe they're having a hard time, and I don't believe that they're going to express all that. But I think they're going to be very, very happy to see you, and that'll be a pleasant experience again, So thank you, Shania. Thank you for being part of that. So, what's your next question, my dear? Um, yes, your question is there, but I'm on a donation. Okay, so you just have to wait a minute, okay, Haynes? Donations take priority, all right? What is Sag STD struggling with? I'm starting to think it's her marriage. I had a reading last night, and a good friend of mine who is medium said she's mentally being abused by her husband. Okay, so we've got the Four of Swords, the King of Cups, the Knight of Swords, Page of Wands, the Nine of Swords, and the Five of Pentacles. Well, she's definitely not happy, okay? So there is a lot of struggles there. there is some mental things going on. She needs rest from this, okay? She needs respite. So it's almost like she needs to get away from this for a while so that she can think, okay? But we do have the Nine of Swords. She's under a whole lot of stress and not feeling well. I don't know if it's her marriage or not, but it's definitely a male. And I just feel that this is not working out the way she wanted it. There's also a lot of stress around money. So, yeah, so that is also it. Okay. So, there you go. But that could lead to mental stress, right? So, yeah. So, your next question, my dear. Thank you, Mila. I got your donation. Need your other question, Kay? Whew. Oh, I think I'm tired. Sorry. What will Sag feel in her heart next time I talk to her? Three of Cups, the Star, Nine of Pentacles, the World, Ten of Swords, and Justice reversed. Okay. She's definitely going to be glad you're there. Okay. She's going to be happy to see you, glad you're there. She is going to feel like you lighten her load. So you definitely take away some of that fear from her. You know, you make her feel like she's possible, like whatever she wants is still possible, that that her life to be good is still possible. Okay. So you give her that, which is great. Okay. So thank you, my dear. Okay, Mila, you are up. And then we've got donations here. Mila and then Meh. Okay. Mila and Meh. Thank you, TD. Pictures, maybe in person, he will see you different. Okay, so will he like you? You know, I've got the Lovers here. I've got the Star, the Three of Cups, the World. Yeah, I think he will. Okay. I think he's really going to like you. I don't think you have anything to worry about. I know there's anxiety and there is for him too. Okay. So you're both feeling that nervous energy. Absolutely. But I think it's going to turn out better than you think. Go in there with a little bit of confidence. Okay. And make sure that you hold your head up high and you're there with, and don't be afraid to show who you are. Okay. All right. So, Matt, you are up, my dear. Did you put your question online? I'll look. Yes, you did. Oh, thank you for the congratulations. How does the Cancer feel about you now? Nine of Wands, Queen of Cups, King of Pentacles reversed, Eight of Swords, Ten of Swords, and the Three of Cups reversed. So, well, they're coming up as they're very, very caring and loving, and I do think they care about you, and they are very passionate. So they're definitely attracted to you. Okay, so but there is a lot of anxiety going on here with them. So it's like somebody is stopping them. So it's like either they have a friend or a parent or somebody stopping them. Okay, I do feel like they care, they like you, they want to get to know you better, they want to have some fun. But I do feel like somebody is stopping them. So maybe I don't know who it is, but it feels like it's kind of outside your control, okay? So try not to worry about it too much. They will approach soon if they really want to, okay? So there you go, my dear. All righty. So we have another donation. For 3 questions. And this is Anastasia. Thank you, my dear. I got your questions too. You got mailman's name last night? It's Greg. Okay. Will he stop and see you Monday night? Tower, Ace of Pentacles, 7 of Wands, 8 of Wands, 8 of Cups, and the King of Swords. You know what? I think he's got something to deal with before he can get involved with anybody. So maybe he's on the verge of leaving somebody or has just left somebody, something like that. There's something going on there, okay? So it feels like something like that. I believe he's in the process of moving. I believe he will come and see you, and I believe he wants to develop something with you, okay? But I want you to be careful here because I don't think he's ready. So I don't think he's capable. And again, it's in his control, not yours. So he has to clean up his end before you guys could even move forward. Okay. So yeah, so whatever's going on with him, you've got to be careful there. Okay. So thank you. Hi, Katie. You will be next, my dear, after Anastasia. Okay. How does he feel about you? 5 of Pentacles, King of Swords, Judgment, 3 of Swords, the Empress, the King of Pentacles. He really likes you, okay? He thinks you're beautiful. He's very attracted to you. There's lots of attraction there. He thinks you're smart, okay? So he loves you, not just about how you look, but what you stand for, okay? He loves the fact that you put people first. So you tend to put people first in your life, and you're very kind and nurturing. He really likes that, okay? And I think he sees that you are very grounded, and I think he enjoys that as well. Hi, MR. Nice to see you, my dear. You've got 1, okay, my dear? You will be after Katie. So MR for 1, TD. Will he ask you out on a date? Right, Anastasia? That's what happens, right? 4 of Pentacles, 7 of Cups, 3 of Wands, 10 of Pentacles, Death, and 4 of Swords. Yes, he will, but probably not for a few weeks, okay? Could be a few days, but I'm feeling few weeks. He's got some stuff to clean up. So, and until he gets that cleaned up, I don't think he's going to ask you out. Okay, Anastasia? So, yeah. So, Katie, you're up for 3. Okay, my dear? Let's see. Did you put your questions in online? No, you did not. Okay, Katie, go ahead. You're welcome. Can I please see what Jordan will end up choosing? What Jordan will end up choosing about after all this time apart? Okay. Judgment, the Empress, 3 of Wands, 10 of Pentacles reversed, Death reversed, and the 4 of Swords reversed. So I really think he's come to a point where he is kind of putting things behind him, and he's ready to make a decision, okay? And I believe the decision is very grounded in his beliefs, and I think that's a good thing. I do think that he's going to want to pursue some kind of relationship with you. at least give you guys a shot, okay? And I do think that that's not going to be bad. He is still, he just questions himself so much that he doesn't allow himself to trust that he deserves to be happy, okay? He makes commitments that he really shouldn't, and then he doesn't know what to do with them, all right? So SB, you will be after MR, okay? So let's see here. Will he change his heart and be happy about adding stick kids? Queen of Swords, Page of Pentacles, the Hermit, Three of Swords, Two of Cups reversed, and the Fool. I don't think so. Not soon, okay? So I don't think anytime soon. He may try, and I think that's what he's going to do, but I think ultimately it's going to take something big to make him change his mind. I would let him try. Just be careful that maybe don't let him be around the kids too much, because I don't know that he's going to stick around, okay? So knowing that, just enjoy the time that you guys spend together, but make sure that the kids don't get too attached, okay? So there you go, my dear. Okay, so now we have MR. And you can post your question, okay, MR? Oh, thank you, TD. D's feelings for you. Do you see him contacting you soon or asking you to hang out on Valentine's? Thank you, SB. And yeah, thank you. It's pretty exciting. So yeah, Four of Cups, Page of Pentacles, Page of Cups, the Sun, the Nine of Pentacles, and the Queen of Swords. I'm going to say yes, okay? I do think he's going to want to hang out with you on Valentine's, and I do think he'll be contacting you soon about that, okay? You should hear something. I'm going to say, what's the date today? Today's the 11th. Okay. You should hear something tomorrow, okay? If you don't hear anything tomorrow, don't answer the phone. I really, truly believe that, okay? All right. Thank you, MR. Okay, so SB, you put your questions in there. Okay. Oh, question. I'm sorry, Katie, I skipped your last question. I'm sorry, my dear. Okay, so this is Katie's last question, then I'll go to USB. Question 3, will I stay friends with Dasha or will we end our friendship? Queen of Swords, the Three of Cups, Three of Swords, the Fool, Seven of Cups, and Queen of Wands. I see that you could end this, but I think that might be a mistake. Okay. I really think you need to think about this. I would do like a bullet chart about it and really do something practical to kind of put it in perspective. All right. Don't jump to any conclusions right away. Really take a look at it in a big way. Maybe do some journaling, pros and cons list, whatever you can think of, okay? I really think give it a few minutes before you make up your mind, okay? Don't make up your mind before you really think about this, okay? So at least sleep on this and see before you end it, okay? But yeah, I do believe that you probably will end it. I just want to make sure you're making the right choice, okay? Okay, so now SB. Okay, guys, I'm not going to be able to stay on. It's just too much for me. you know? Yeah. Okay, so I've done a few, so that's about all I can do. Okay, so SB, how does BA feel about you? Page of Wands, Knight of Swords, the Moon reversed, the Tower, the Ace of Wands, and the Ace of Swords. So I think they can see lots of potential with you guys. So they definitely see the potential, okay? So they see that it could go places, and I think they see that it could go very well, but they also see that there's something that could break you guys. Don't know what that is exactly, but I feel like it has to do with trust. Okay? Okay, so what does he what does he like most about you? What does he like most about you? I know TD, right? I blew that. Ace of Cups, the Star, Ten of Swords, Queen of Cups, King of Pentacles reversed, and the Empress. Okay, first of all, he really likes how loving you are. Okay, he can see that, he can feel it, he can tell. Okay, he kind of he likes that you worry about everything and that he finds that cute, but he also, is worried about that a little bit too. Okay, um, he likes that you have dreams and aspirations that you're going after. So you are determined, okay? And you do have some drive, which is really good. But he really, really likes the idea that you show your emotions and you're not afraid to be who you are. Okay, so he does like that, okay? So definitely likes that. Absolutely. Let's see. How do I make him feel when we talk on the phone? Okay. How do you make him feel when he talks? Temperance, Page of Swords, Four Swords, Eight of Swords reversed, King of Wands, and Five of Wands. So I think he has a lot of mixed feelings, okay? But generally speaking, you make him feel important. I think that's the biggest thing. You make him feel like he matters. I think you make him feel like he is attractive. You make him feel wanted. Yeah. So you make him feel really, really good. Okay. There is passion there. All right. Is there doubt? Yes. Is there fear? Yes. Okay. But I think it's because he's not sure if he measures up. So he just wants to be good enough for you. And I think that's the biggest thing. Okay. So there you go, my dear. Yeah, I like him. Okay, so Haynes, go ahead and ask me, okay, my dear? Did you donate? Who donated? TD, who else donated that wasn't here? MBB, right. Okay. Go ahead and post your question to Haynes and White Angel. And I'm going to do you two and that's it, okay? So no more free questions or donations, okay, TD and Vicky and Coco? Because I want to do you ladies and then that's it. So White Angel, may I ask, will I go to study in London? Two of Cups reversed, Four of Wands reversed, and the Seven of Swords. Yeah, nothing is written in stone here, okay? I think there's a few things that depend on that. I think you would love to, and I think it's a lovely thing, but I'm still unsure if this is going to happen, okay? We've got the Four of Wands reversed, so that is telling me that there's a bit of a problem with your stability about going, okay? So I don't know if it's the money or the move or exactly what it is, getting in, not sure, but I can see how much you want this. Go after it, okay? Nothing's written in stone here. Okay, so let's see. May question your question is, what day will I be successful, and if there's any bad force around you. Okay, that's two questions. The Chariot, the Six of Pentacles reversed, Five of Swords reversed, Queen of Pentacles, and Three of Pentacles. Okay, so I'm going to say that I do not see bad force around you. Okay, I definitely don't see that around you. I do see that you will be successful. What day? How old are you, my dear? Tell me how old you are, Haynes, please. 25. Okay. So I believe you will be 30 by the time that you will feel successful, the time that you feel that you have gotten to where you want to go, you'll be 30. And I think that gives you plenty of time to achieve what you want to, or at least, be on your way to achieving what you want to. Believe in yourself, okay, Haynes, and really, really trust that you can have whatever it is that you want, okay? No problem, Coco. You okay? Okay, one more. Manor, Wahid's current feelings towards you. I know you had posted that earlier, so I'll just grab it while I'm here. Okay, so I think, you know what? I think they like you. I think they want to be with you. I think they're moving in a direction that you can kind of relate to, that they can kind of, get some traction with you. Okay. So yeah, I think it's very, very good. There just needs to be more balance. Okay. So I think they go back and forth between worrying about their fears and worrying about actually what they can do and have with you. Okay. So yeah, so don't get caught up in fear and worry. All right. Let things happen organically. I think it's going to go very, very well. So there you go, my dear. All right. So that's it, guys. Sorry, okay? Um, I'll try to come on tomorrow, okay, Peterson? So I'm just going to read for my moderators. So TD, how is Kay feeling about you at the moment? 10 of Wands reverse, 5 of Pentacles, 9 of Wands, and the 9 of Cups. Well, they do care about you, all right? What are they worried about? I feel like they're really, really scared of something, that they're worried that they don't measure up, that they can't give you what you need. Do they see you as stronger than them? So that's the feeling I get, TD, that they don't give themselves enough credit to be part of your life. You know what I mean? They really care about you a lot. Okay. So whatever this is, and they're passionate about you. Okay, Vicky, Leo, and I the rest of the month, please. Okay. 5 of Cups, the 3 of Wands, and the 10 of Pentacles. Basically, sorry, it was the 4 of Cups. Basically, I feel like it's going well, but it's kind of like somebody is sitting on their laurels, not doing as much as they could to make this better. Okay. So yeah, so somebody needs to pick up the pace a little bit and let their feelings out a little bit. Okay. Because holding back is not going to resolve anything. Okay. So yeah, so I think that is the problem there. Okay. So I think it's going to go well. You need to have some fun. You guys need to have some fun. So I think that's really important. So Offer to do something fun with him, okay? So go out and do something fun. He was distant yesterday when you texted him to open communication, and then he went silent again. Ugh, crap, babe. I don't know, TD. I do believe he wants this. I don't know what he's afraid of. Where his insecurities stop. I'm not sure. Yeah? I don't think there's enough people here, Patine. So we're gonna do it another day. We'll do the draws for the other two things. People wanted readings so bad that we did that. Okay. So Coco, A and I for the rest of the month. Death, Knight of Swords, Ten of Cups, Eight of Wands, and Seven of Wands. I feel like it's very, very good, but I also feel like something is on the horizon for one of yous, and it's not good. Okay? It's going to put a stop in the relationship for a few days, a week, something like that. Okay. So I do believe something's going to happen. It's going to cause a bit of and it's not between you two. It's it's either going to happen in his life or in your life, but it's going to cause a direction that you guys need to focus on your own lives for a few minutes. And do you know what I mean, Coco? Yeah, like it could even take a week where you guys are just kind of so involved in your own life. So either someone is sick or there's a big change, someone lost their job, something like that. Okay. So, yeah, so something's going to happen to somebody in your life and it's going to kind of put you in a tailspin. Okay. So yeah, let's just wait and see what happens. Okay. This is going to happen within this week. Okay. So within the next 7 days. So, yeah, so you got to watch that. Okay. So it's either your life or his life. And then your relationship is going to be kind of screwed up for that time. Okay. Okay. All right, guys, I am so done. Well, yeah, it's not great, Coco. I'm not going to lie to you. It's not a good thing, whatever this is, okay? But um um yeah, it's not a good thing, but it's just what's going to happen, okay? So yeah, okay? No, it's not that, Coco. I don't feel it's that at all, okay? I don't think it's going to happen to you, but it's going to affect you. Okay. So there you go, my dear. Yeah, I think so, TD. It was really fun for me. I got to answer some of your questions. You get to know me a little bit more that way. How I feel about tarot, what it means in my life, and how my life is going, right? So yeah, so it was fun. Yeah, so I will talk to you guys soon. Um, yeah, take care. Love you guys. Thank you for giving me 1,000 subscribers. It's all because of you guys. I love you guys so much. Bye for now. Mwah. Take care. Good night.